Peace, peace, and blessings. Hey, I definitely want to welcome you all back for another great episode of the Square Table. You come get back in your square, only at the Square Table. You know my name, celebrity interviewer. I said it, and man, usually I'm here with my lovely co-host, Mimie Acosta. I want to send my prayers out. Unfortunately, she lost a dear friend of hers yesterday, so she had to go and take care of some business, to be with her family. So make sure you all send y'all prayers out to my co-host. But we are in luck because my girl stay ready, and I'm talking about Lily, the goddess, and you all familiar with her from her point of view talk show. She's actually the co-host with Mimie Acosta from her point of view. Season 3 be coming up soon, so stay tuned. But I'd like to welcome in Lily, the goddess, all the way from Florida, who's going to be filling in today for Mimie. Peace to you,
What's
Queen. How
up?
you doing today, Lily?
Hello, King. Thank you so much for having me on board this important square table talking. About something that is very deep.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful to have you here today. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, today we also have three guests with us today usually. But two of the guests, both Ovita, damn, I'm tongue twisted. Ovita, Ivey, and Naomi Key may or may not be able to show up. They're taking care of some business right now. Some emergencies apparently came up. But we do have Jay Yisrael in the building. So I like to bring in my homie, Jay Yisrael, what I mean, my brother from another mother, what I'm talking about. He in the building.
Yeah.
So let me bring
Shalom,
him in.
shalom, man. What's the word, everybody? Peace,
Peace, King.
peace.
How you doing, brother?
Man, no complaints, man. I'm well, man. All praise to the Most High, man. How about y'all, man? Y'all looking good, man. Y'all feeling
Feeling
good?
good all day.
Yes,
Okay, okay,
absolutely. Thank you
okay.
so much. Blessings sent.
Yeah, much
All
respect to you,
praise,
brother.
appreciate it. Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, so like always, what I mean, you all know what we do, what I mean. Today, actually, the topic is going to be about suicidal prevention and the growing rate of
Mhm.
suicide in this country and and around the world. You know what I mean? We going through some hard times right now. You know what I mean? We all have our personal issues and triumphs and obstacles in life, but you know what I mean. We're going to speak about it, and hopefully, with this message today, we can help save someone's life. But with that being said, first I just want to go around the table and just ask, and again, where everyone is from, and again, with their name, the name of their platform, and how people can support. As always, ladies first. So I'm gonna start with the queen in the building, Lily the goddess. If you could, please.
Yes, hello. Thank you again for having me. It's your girl, Lily the Goddess, and you can find me on all social media platforms. If you are interested in looking up some of the content that I make that has to do with filmmaking, the films that I've directed, the music videos that I've directed, commercials that I've directed. They're all there. You can also look me up on IMDb as Leonessa Cruz, Leonessa. And if you would like to look at some of my music, you can find it on SoundCloud. You can find it on all music platforms, again, as Lily the Goddess.
Okay, absolutely. I appreciate you, and I definitely highly recommend everyone support my friend Lily the Goddess. Make sure you all vote for her, for she's in an awesome contest. You know what I mean, and make sure y'all do that.
Yes, the contest, we have a few hours left of the contest. It is the We Can Survive benefit contest, and it gives independent artists an opportunity to not only have receive a big break in their career, but also to be in part of something very important like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And it was a foundation that very much attracted to me because I believe in using your platform for something very big and important, not just for the glitz and glamour, but also to make a difference in someone else's life.
Absolutely. And peace to little ninja. Who sends her blessings. Hot hello everybody. So peace to you, Queen. Appreciate you tuning in. Man, Jay Yisrael, brother, you know what I'm saying? If you may, please reintroduce yourself and tell them about your platform and how people can support what you do.
Most definitely will. Yo, what's up, live? How y'all doing, everybody out there? My name is Jay Israel, but on stage they call me Wyze. So, anyway, you feel me? I am an entertainer, but first, before being an entertainer, I'm a businessman. What we do at Wyze Loves to Buy LLC is we partner with rich people, and we create funds for people looking to create opportunities for themselves, whether that's real estate or clothing line, Amazon stores, you name it. We help you generate the capital to get that, to get yourself going to financial freedom. My niche specifically is the real estate part. I like to get funding for houses, and because you make more bets, makes sense to me. But that does not have to be the only niche we do there. But also, you could see me on all social platforms except Twitter. I ain't really got into the Twitter thing, but definitely on Facebook and Instagram, WYZE Soul. You can find my artist page or J Israel. You want to find my personal page, but I'm booked at 5,000. So if I don't get you, I apologize, but you can also hit me with that follow and we can definitely tap in that way. But that's pretty much it for me. I'm looking forward to getting into this conversation because I'm definitely trying to plant some seeds today.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, man. Again, just like Lily, I highly recommend y'all support my brother Jay Yisrael, you know what I'm talking about, and his business ventures. Um, so yeah, definitely getting into the topic. Lily, if you don't mind, go ahead and kick that off. And when you hear those words, what I mean, suicide prevention and the growing rate, what does that mean to you? If you can speak about that a little bit, please.
It means a lot of people are feeling a lack of self-worth. They're a lot of, everybody needs to feel like they have a purpose. And some people, they can't feel it because they start to lose track of what their purpose is. They, whether that be because of events that have happened in their life, things that people have said that from people that mean a lot to them, their opinions matter, um, their judgments matter, and it really has an effect on them to the point where a lot of other people wouldn't think it would affect them the way it has. And so they find themselves feeling like they're worthless and like there's no point. And so that is why we find that the suicide prevention rate has gone up. A lot of people feeling a lack of self-worth.
Well spoken, and what I mean, it's the truth, what I mean, in that order, everything you said, and it's so many levels and dynamics to this and opinions, what I mean, in my opinion, what I mean, when I hear suicide prevention and the growing rate, what I mean, I just think about, like you say, like to the degree like loneliness, what I mean, someone feeling alone, so people excuse me, feeling like they don't have someone to call on for help, maybe apparently someone maybe they can trust, you know what I mean? And, you know, at the same time, when I hear that, I think about the perspective of the people that's also left behind due to the person who's going through this terrible ordeal of a state of depression that is really hard to get out of, like that dark place. You know what I mean? It's kind of like being trapped under ice. You know what I mean? You can't find your way back up when you like fall into the water and you fall into that hole, and it's like you don't know where the exit is. You know what I mean? And everything's just dark. So, you know, it's just a really sad situation. A lot of people suffer from it, and you know, you got to think about too those children that's left behind, the mothers and the fathers that's left behind, the cousins and all the relatives and friends who wish they could have done something to help prevent, you know, this person from going through this, or it going and reaching this extent that they never saw coming. So again, I'm just gonna keep it brief, but we're gonna continue to talk about it. But I'm gonna pass the mic to Jay. Big bro, you know, what does this mean to you? You know, when you hear suicide prevention and you know the growing rate.
Well, I mean, it's serious for one because like you cutting your life short. Like you don't know, like your opportunity could have been the next day, but you would have never got a chance to see it or notice it because you cut your life short. Like honestly, bro, it's not really an easy topic because I understand the cause of people committing suicides or having the guts to go with it. I mean, I understand the feelings of being depressed and wanting off myself or whatever. But, you know, I've talked to friends and stuff and they, you know, talk me out of it or whatever. And like I encourage anyone dealing with depression or whatever, reach out to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that you trust, of course. Can't trust everybody. Somebody you trust and who values your life, and
Indeed.
just be real with them. And you know what I'm saying? And hopefully they help you get to see some, you know what I'm saying, that you think see is valuable to cause yourself not to, you know, want to go that route. Like honestly, bro, it's just something like I take seriously. That's why, you know, I have an outreach to people where, you know what I'm saying, who have needs like that. I just like to be a listening ear. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's just what they need, a listening ear. And sometimes I like to build myself in wise counsel, surround myself around wise people so I can shed some light on someone who may just be seeking answers and just getting frustrated. Like, it's definitely been increasing this year. And definitely we seen the impact last year on suicide rate and the parts the records go. But yeah, man, it's for real. And I think the fact that, you know what I'm saying, COVID didn't even, you know what I'm saying, suicide outbeat COVID. So that's something to just pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, reconsider because it's serious.
Mm.
People miss you. People love you. You know what I'm saying? You got kids that need you. You know what I mean?
And
Absolutely.
I want to piggyback off of that once you're done.
I am done.
Oh, okay, okay, sir. You
Thank you
know,
for that,
it's
Jay. Appreciate you.
For sure.
yeah, absolutely. You really hit a lot of nails on the head. And what I noticed too, I don't know if this makes sense. When you mentioned about how some people have the guts to go through with it, you know what's the irony is that it actually takes guts to stay alive because the person
Mm-hmm.
who feels like they're so low, and you know, and I'm just gonna put this out there as someone who does suffer from major depressive disorder. I've been in that position where you have to be numb to actually go through with it. You have to feel nothing. So that's what it is. It's the feeling of nothing. It's it's emptiness. It's a loss of hope. And that but it takes guts to keep going.
Yeah,
For
no,
sure.
definitely.
True. Facts. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
no,
Yeah, see, I just want why she made that point. Just want to go ahead and apologize to you for anybody I offended. Saying, cause I ain't mean it offensively. I was just speaking from my perspective. Like you know what I'm saying. I think that's you definitely like she said. You got to be numb enough to be willing to go that far. You know. I apparently lost a brother to suicide, but it's hard. It's still to this day hard for me to accept that he really did it to himself. Like I'm just really wanting to blame somebody. So that's why I look at it like that. So I apologize to
Mm.
anyone I may offend.
Oh no. You know,
No,
that's a
no,
beautiful thing about the mind. We all see things in a different light. And unless a person can, sometimes when it comes to people, what I noticed is that people who might be feeling nothing at all, they feel a lack of self-worth, they feel a lack of, oh, there's no point in me going on. I'm probably better off just making everybody else around me just not have to worry about me anymore. What I
Mm-hmm.
notice is that sometimes they just need a friendly ear. They don't even need a lecture. They just need somebody just to listen and and really hear what they're saying, because what they're saying has it might direct them to what caused it in the first place, or the people that have an impact on their life. That's is it's just they're toxic, and it's people that they need to get away from, and they may not know how to get away from that person. Could be an abusive situation, abusive marriage. It could be toxic friends. It could be all around a toxic environment, and they don't know how to get away from it. So there's like there like you said, there are so many things that contribute to a person getting to that point where they just feel a lack of value about themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no,
It's such a
absolutely.
very, very, very emotional topic to talk about. And I could definitely relate. That's why I felt it was so important to contribute the music to the platform that I use. And that's why this is my second time in this competition. And I said to myself, you know what? If I make it all the way, if I go all the way, that's a bonus. But at least the important part, which I love so much, is that I helped get people on board with donating and supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I contributed to something that was important, and important not just to me, but to so many people. That's important. I found value in that. I found like it was worth it.
No, absolutely. And
Mm-hmm.
again, much respect to you, Lily, for sharing your platform and doing that to to be part of the competition. Just continue to just share the message, because it's such a delicate message. Little Ninja says to speak out on that hurt is all they need sometimes. Yeah, I definitely believe that. We have to speak up. We have to be able to express ourselves. And I just want to come from a different perspective right now when speaking about this topic, which is, what I mean, like Lily spoke about toxic people in your life, that can lead to suicide, what I mean, the people around you. But something else that, is
Mm-hmm.
sometimes overlooked is, sometimes we put so much energy and dependability and what's the word, like feeling like if we don't succeed in a particular area, then it's all over. But it's so many different options in life. There's so many things that you can do. Like sometimes as an artist, if you don't make it, you don't get that record label. If you don't get that record label to recognize you, you don't sign that contract. You see yourself getting older. You lose a child, you lose a family member. That makes you want to sometime perhaps consider taking your own life, because you feel worthless without them in your life. Your spouse, you may be a widow, you know what I mean, and you might have lost that person, or a child who was bullied. Children being bullied in school, you know what I mean, that leads to suicide. There's so many things that can take people down that dark path. It's just such a sensitive topic and so
Yes.
sad. And it's just so many there's no perfect answer to how to prevent it, but all we're going to do today is to kind of try to with our wisdom and experience in it, what I mean, try to share how we can all give a person a different mindset. And my advice real quick is, if you ever at that point, or I've been at that point, and this is something growing up, like I'm just going to keep it 100 all the time. Like I always felt like suicide. Like, why would you commit suicide? Like, when you never know what tomorrow brings. And then after I had a car accident, I was in a state of depression where I actually wanted to take my life for the first time in my life, even though I've accomplished so much and I have so much to live for, my family to live for. But it's like when you say Lily being empty, you know what I'm saying? Like everything goes out the door. It doesn't matter anymore. It's all about, how you feel in that moment. And my advice is, what I mean, maybe take 30 seconds, whether you pick up a Bible, whether you call someone that you trust the most, or just for 30 seconds tell yourself, I'm not going to do this. Tell yourself the opposite of what you're feeling. Tell yourself that I am worthy, I am powerful, I am strong, I am going to make it. You know what I mean? Just anything,
Mm-hmm.
affirmations that you can think of, or maybe turn to YouTube and look up affirmations of suicide prevention. I'm sure there's things out there that can help. You know what I mean? But when you're feeling that low, or to a point of no return, you know what I mean? Just again, all I can advise is that, take 30 seconds and think about the repercussions of all the people that's going to miss you.
And that takes guts. I hear you. Everything you said is, I used to, I would say that all the time. I had to actually get into the mind and find myself in that mindset of why would that not be enough to say to someone, and psychology is another thing that I study. And what I learned from my own experience is that some people fear tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, that's where the guts come in. So when I used to tell people, well, you don't know what tomorrow may bring. I would say that was my strongest line. But then I learned that some people are afraid of the next day,
Mm.
and they want to go back because there's something in their past that they treasured and is gone. And that's all they can hold on to. That's all that they keep circling back. I like what I had. It's gone. And then tomorrow's not bringing me that back. So that right there, and that could be a child that's lost. That could be um a lot of things. And I'm gonna keep it 100 true. And I'll get deep, because that's one of the important things that I stand by, is that if I'm going to connect with people, I gotta let them know, I was date raped, left for dead,
Mm.
but I still kept my daughter. My daughter was my light, and she still is. And it's my daughter. My daughter, her eyes, when I look at her, she keeps me going. Sometimes it's a person that can keep you going, because I see so much God in my daughter. She's the light, I tell you. And and sometimes those are things that people need. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, of course. The human mind is so complicated. We're so complex creatures. We are the most complex creatures on the planet Earth. If anything, the animals keep it simple. You know, very simple. We're the only ones making shit hard. But I say it like that because, but that just, remember how we only access 10% of our brain. Imagine what we could accomplish if the other percent was accessed. If everyone knew how to do that, then maybe we wouldn't all find ourselves in that one compartment of the brain that puts us at this low point.
Exactly. Yeah. And my sympathy for what you went through, and just, again, I admire your strength for, continue to just go on and, using your daughter as, inspiration to not give up.
Facts.
Yeah, Jay, go for it, brother.
He talking about some go for it. Well, why don't I? Nah, for real though. I mean, it's honestly a lot of stuff that was said was really just the whole point of this whole conversation in this live. Like this suicide prevention week coming up, I believe what the 10th through the 16th or whatever. Like, and this live is to help prevent you from doing that because we want you here, obviously. My thing was always like, nigga, you believe in God. Excuse me using the N word to those that's not in for friendly genic. But I'm just being real. Like, you gonna see God one day, and you sure, like, bro, that's the way you want to go out. Like, that's just me personally. Like, I got a fear now to be like, man, just take it one day at a time. I've been in a real badass accident. I lost my life. I'm back now. See a hole in my neck. I was on the trach. Like, they had to revive me. And that shit's scary. I ain't gonna lie. So you
It is.
so wanna die or all of that. I don't encourage it, but also, bro, I'm not ignoring anybody that's going through any type of darkness that's just like making you say F it all and you want to go ahead. Like, I really say, man, be fair with yourself. Give your chance. Do everything you possibly can to try to prevent it before you end up ending it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just call a friend, talk to somebody, go to some counseling, find something that's like your therapy. You know what I mean? Quit your job. If your job is stressing you out, quit the shit. If your bills are stressing you out, get up with me. I'm gonna help you learn how to make money with other people's money. Like, there's things out here to help you not want to do that to yourself, man. Like, just kick it with us for a little while longer. You know what I mean? It's gonna get better. I assure you. I hope this was encouraging to those who may have been dealing with it. Just take it one day at a time. Figure it out. Because we all got the same 24 hours. So I say that as a human being, like, figure it out. We all got to figure it out. Everybody got something out here for them. You just got to
Mm.
figure it out. You know what I mean? Be
Rediscover
patient.
the nerve. Yes. Yes.
Exactly. And be patient. Be very patient. But yeah, that's
Yes.
pretty much all I wanted to touch on. Just be a light. You know, I can't get really spiritual because I know some have different confined beliefs, but I'm gonna be human and be fair and be obvious to the fact that you got family like I got a family. You got admirations like I got admirations, and if you don't, you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you ain't lying to nobody but yourself, and that's probably where you should start. And maybe you might start feeling better. You know. So yeah, that's just me being Jay Israel. Also love y'all. You feel me? That's pretty much what I got on him, man.
I like that. I like that. Thank you so much. And I think that a
Most
lot of people need to just find that other chapter. They really think that if something doesn't go their way, that it all comes down to that one career. Oh, this career didn't take off.
mm-hmm.
It's over. Well, wait a minute. You're selling yourself short. Now I know you
Mm-hmm.
have more to contribute to you, not just yourself, but to the world. So at least dare. You know that song, I Dare You to Move, I Dare You to Live? I forget who it's by. Maybe Little Ninja will look it up and put it on the screen. He goes, Dare you to run. I don't really know how to sing that song. Dare you to move. But yeah. It's like when that song came out, I was like, wow, this is really deep. And it's a person that was unconscious on a beach and they were trying to bring them back. I don't know if
Right.
anybody remembers that music video or that
No,
song.
I'm not
Um,
familiar with it, but it sounds
yeah,
deep and
yeah, it
beautiful.
is. It's all about getting the guts, and a lot of people lose it. So somehow they have to find it. And if she does find it, I hope she puts it up on the screen. Take your time, little
Oh.
ninja, definitely, because that's a very good song. That's another reason why I do music. Music is therapy, right?
Right.
Art.
Mm-hmm.
We have art in our life because of therapy. It gives us painting is therapy, sewing, knitting, crafting is therapy. You know, you do
Switchfoot.
something for yourself, but then you're at the same time you're doing something for somebody else and you don't even know it. That's beautiful. Oh, Switchfoot. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Switchfoot. That's the name of the band, and they sing. I think it's called Move. So if no one had a chance to hear it, definitely check that out. It is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of songs out there that are very strong that have to do with staying alive. Don't give up. My favorite phrase from Galaxy Quest: "Never give up, never surrender." I can't
Mm.
tell you how much that line keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I said it knows I'm relentless,
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That's why you're here with us today.
I'm
Saying part of it. These people I
stubborn.
rock with. Jay is relentless. I'm relentless. You relentless. That's the who we braided from. That's our cloth.
Most definitely.
You know what I
That's right.
mean?
And I didn't get King's zodiac sign. I always ask.
Who, me?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Me?
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, man, I was born in April.
April early in April, mid-April.
Yeah, early April, I
Aries.
guess you could say.
Aries.
Yeah.
Oh, you have some beautiful stars up there in the sky.
Hey, I
Yeah.
don't get into all that, but yeah, you got it.
And I just wanted to share this with everybody. If you don't mind, I said it last month with my daughter's birthday, and she's very much into like astronauts and
Happy
the
belated.
stars. And I bought a star and I named it after my daughter. And so it's in the records. It's she has a certificate, and it was she got very emotional and choked up because when she was born, um before she was born, I read my final rites. I had to have my final rites read to me by a priest because I was on my deathbed, and I survived to be able to hold my daughter. And the nurses started calling. They found out I can sing. I just started humming and singing. They said, "Wait a minute, you can sing?" Then they all made me sing. And then I would look at my daughter in the incubator and hold her. Well, she was actually holding my pinky with all 5 of her fingers.
Yeah.
And they called her. They said that there was a star with a star. So we've always hung on to the stars, astrology, and it means something to us because of
Yeah.
of that.
And again, happy belated
Understandable.
birthday to her.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's something special.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is a beautiful gesture. But as
Very.
we close out this show, what I mean, before we run out of time, respectively,
Hey, hold on, man. I just like to shout out. No, I'm just playing. My bad, bro.
no, no, hold on. We have to go around table again and remind people of that. But real quick, I just want to while we have this time to speak on as many things in reference to this topic today. You know what I mean? Because it's all about trying to save a life, even if we can just save one. You know what I mean? That's what's important. And just remind people too, like this is just something that entered my mind. Like like sometimes a person can be abused from childhood and not see this person for a long time, and they whole life they're strong, they're successful, they do this, they do that, but then sometimes you can have a flashback when you see this person again, and it can take you back down that road or make you feel weak again. So I'm just reminding people that me, not so much beware, but just be aware of things like that running to people and control that situation, help try to control your emotion perhaps, and what I mean, it's gonna give you a flashback when sometimes you see something that was traumatic or was traumatizing for you in your childhood, and you might run into that person again. But you know what I mean. Again, lean on God, lean on the Lord. You know what I mean. Lean on your faith, lean on someone that you can trust. You know what I mean. Or if you're not ready to see that particular person, what I mean. Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying like that just entered my mind for some reason.
You know what? When I said it,
Yeah.
it's I'm so glad you touched on the other causes of people feeling suicide and going through with the action. Um, there are some people that they took their life because they were in so much pain medically.
Right, exactly.
They loved
Pain.
they were married to somebody that they loved, and I know this person was a client of mine in Little Ninjas. We dog sit for them. The wife is now a widow. Her husband was very sick. But he loved his wife. She gave up one of her kidneys for him to be able to live as long the extra years that he got to live. And they would go on cruises and everything. And she noticed, and this is a sign. This is for people to look out for some signs, because there are some signs that if you can help somebody, you want to look for some signs. He did things out of character. He made sure all the bills were paid. Like, not that he never made all the bills paid before, but it's just that he took care of it like months in advance. Paid off the car, paid off the house. He literally took care of things that she would probably have to worry about later in the future. He didn't want her to have to worry about those things.
Right.
His funeral was paid off. He already covered everything. He covered his
Right.
funeral and everything.
That's a
But he
blessing.
took himself to a place, and he went shopping, or the attempt was to go shopping, and where he parked the car was, the Walmart parking lots. You know how like they have those back ends. Sometimes they have people that are in RVs and trailers
Right.
that occupy those spaces. He was way back there. Now, why would his car? And he was kind of a heavyset guy, so you would think as a heavyset male or person, he would want to park in the handicap area because he had a handicap sticker and be closer to the store. But instead, he was far, and he was there for a few days until they finally found him. She already noticed that he had not come home the first day, and she already sent out a missing report. And it took Ninja to reach out to her and say, listen, you need to call the hospital. And she did. And, the rest is history. But there are signs. There's things like this. When a person does something out of character, look for those signs. You could be just saving their life,
Absolutely.
and they need to find the nerve and highlight that, please. They feel nothing. And that's the only reason why they're like, I don't feel anything anyway. Goodbye. And unfortunately, Lil Ninja, shout out to Lil Ninja, her father was one of them. He was suffering, and he just let himself go. And a lot of these people, they also have drinking problems. And this is keeping it 100, and I have permission to say these things. They have drinking problems. They messed up their liver, their kidneys, and now they're in so much pain, and so there's a lot of things that contribute. And that's what makes it so hard to save so many lives, but we have to keep trying, because why? These people were meant to see the next day, but they can't see it. They can't
Right.
see it.
Right. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that was deep, and my condolences to your friend. You know, that's really sad. And like you say, as we end this show out, look for preventative signs. Um, to anything that can help. And just reach out to a person today. I'm gonna use the word dare as when she was speaking about that song. Well, I'm gonna dare someone today to reach out to someone that you may or may not have spoken to for a while, and just check on them. Make sure they're okay. They can be a loved one, they can be a distant friend or an associate, or just someone that you may know through social media. Reach out to them through their inbox, DM them, just ask, are you okay? Remind them that someone that you love, that you actually do love them, you care about them, things of that nature. Just spread the love around, because that's the only thing that can save us is,
Yes.
love and peace, and the most high. So now, with that being said, how I always close this show out is, I'm about giving flowers, you know bouquets, flowers, respect, however you want to say it. It's all under the same umbrella. So, today I'm grateful to have two people that's dear to me. Now I go back with Jay the furthest, but it's always ladies first. So real quick, as we close the show out, I was going to give you your flowers, Lily, as we close the show out. And just again, thank you for all your support. I want to tell you about how strong you are as an individual, as a woman, how you just continue to balance all of your businesses so elegantly. How you so wise, when it comes to, all these topics, and such a very intelligent young lady. I'm grateful to have you a part of my platform. Thank you for, hosting my other show, From Her Point of View talk show, which we're going to season 3, and you've been there since day one, since season 1 and season 2. And I'm grateful to have you going forward in season 3, and we're going to take it to a whole nother level, what I'm talking about. So with
Woo!
that being said, much love to you, Lily. Peace to you, and I salute you, Queen. And just just stay strong. You've been through a lot, but like they say, you somehow some people just can never show what they've been through. They can still walk around. You walk around that beautiful smile on your face, and so up, just overjoyed and giddy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I love it, and you help pick up my spirit. So I appreciate you, Queen. Much love.
Yes, thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. Now to my brother, Jay, man,
Yeah.
we go back to, I'm grateful that we got the chance to work together. So, we never worked at that place. Shout out to Jacoy, out there, we didn't all work together, man. I would have never had a chance possibly to run into you, a great spirit and soul like yourself, brother.
Appreciate you,
Excuse me,
bro.
excuse me. I'm trying to get it all out, trying to get it all out. None of this is never rehearsed. I don't do scripted. Everything is from my heart, man. Everything I say on any of my shows, this is never scripted. I'm going straight off the top. So, man, Jay,
That's
again, you a very important person to me, man. And, you remind me so much of myself, when I was younger, we separated about what it's like 10, 11 years, something like that. But, and I'm glad that you've always been open minded when I try to give you any type of advice to help you to not go down some of the same roads that I've been down. And you such wise individual. That's why again you are wise soul. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Wise Soul, the artist. But man, brother, you know what I'm saying? You a very deep and strong individual, man, hard worker, and you just do not give up. And I'm just grateful that you are still here. You recently had that car accident that you were in, and it's just a miracle and a just miraculous that you were on this show today, and I'm getting to speak to you and talk to you, man, and you still have all your bearings, and what I'm saying, and can still think on your own, and you still preaching the word, man, and it takes courage to get out there and speak about God when not everybody is receptive to hearing about how to just stay faithful and go down that lane that's going to lead you to the promised land and things of that nature. But you are so courageous with your message, man. And I salute you, brother, and I love you. And man, keep going, man. And don't ever let nothing ever deter you from, your mission. You hear me? But
yes,
yeah.
sir, man. Most definitely, man. Love, salute to man. I said it, the poet. I said it, management. You know what I'm saying, bro? You doing? It's an honor to be on here on your platform, man. Being able to shine my light upon those in the dark. Helping them get out. So I appreciate it. It's an honor meeting you too, Miss Lily. Your beautiful smile. You got the beautiful bubbly spirit. Can't help but smile, man, with you. But yeah, man, this was definitely a dope, little intervention. And yeah, get on with me.
That way. And real quick, if both of you all can just remind the people, since you're already speaking, to tell them again, Jay, how they can follow you and how they can find you if they want to contact you about your business real quick, please.
All right, so you can hit my email up for all business inquiries at wiseenterprises@gmail.com. That's WYZE Enterprises, spelled the normal way, at gmail.com. Right now, I'm freelancing this opportunity, so I don't have a website or anything set up at the moment. I don't have any courses on how to do this, but you get in touch with me. That is one of my personal business emails that you can get in touch with me on, and we can talk about some things, get some things in order for you to qualify for this opportunity, and we go from there. So it is a lengthy process. It's not a get rich overnight quick scheme. This is actually something strategic, saying that you can implement in your life and eventually, of course, scale to 6 to 7, 8 figures. Who knows? However, your work ambition goes. I'm on all platforms. It's WYZE Soul. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud, you name it. Pretty much you Google my name, just like Wives Loves to Buy LLC. You will see me. I'm pretty optimized on the internet. So I am legit. And that's pretty much it.
That way. Lily, how can they
Yeah.
reach you, find you, support you, girl?
You can go ahead and look up Lily the Goddess on all social media platforms. If you Google the name LeeDagoddess, you'll find me on YouTube. You'll find me on SoundCloud. You'll find me on Facebook and Twitter, which they now call X now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have to start saying it by X. And Instagram. You could also find me on as Flawless Dreams, one word though. for Flawless Dreams, the YouTube channel, and you can get a chance to look at a lot of the content that I've ever created, films, um, ads for people, for their small business owners, etc. Fashion shows, fashion events, everything. And be sure to also support the Flawless Dreams magazine on Facebook. You can go to the Facebook page. We have the first issue available on Amazon. And while the clock is still ticking, you can still get in some more votes to also support me as an artist and donate on behalf of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for the opening acts, next opening acts act event, brought to you by the We Can Survive benefit contest of 2023. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary, and they have
Okay.
lowered a significant percent of 20% of suicide rates on their behalf because of their foundation, that's a positive thing. I'd like to leave that.
Yeah, amen. 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 Yeah, so again, thank you for all you all being here today. Again, if you all want to support my platform, just keep tuning into these shows, you know what I mean? And I just want to welcome and thank you all for everyone that's tuning in. I see Hazel, I see Little Ninja, you know what I mean? And everyone else, I'm sorry I may not be able to see this, tune in, but thank you. Share this show when you see this show because this show was deep though. It was really deep.
Yeah.
And I really think that it can help someone. So make sure you all share this episode. Thank you again. Shout out to my regular co-host, Mimie Acosta. Hope everything is, keep her in your spirits and
Mhm.
everything. Peace to you, Queen. And man, this is the square table. You come get back in your square. Only the square table with me and the legendary Mimie Acosta. But today it was the famous Lily the Goddess and the famous Jay is Yisrael. You know what I mean? Thank y'all very much. Peace and blessings. You already know my name, celebrity and viewer. I said it. All right, y'all
Shout
be
out to
safe
I
out there.
Said It.
Much
Let's
love.
go. Woo!
One love.
Huh?